Morning all. Does again.
Hello, John. How's your nipple?
Fucking hell, it's all right, mate. For the listeners, probably need to explain that.
Yeah.
Usually what mates say to each other. I've got pierced nipples, balls in them. I had it done about 3 years ago. And last night, as I was drying off from the shower, I felt this tug on the right-hand side. And I looked down, and this fucking bar is torn through my nipple, and it's hanging out. It's nearly all the way through, and I'm thinking, fuck, that's not good. Blood everywhere. So I thought, what do I do? I thought, honestly, I was so shocked. It didn't hurt at all. But I was so, not shocked, surprised. I thought, well, what am I going to do now? I could either unscrew it and take it out, or just yank it out. I thought, no, I can't yank it. That really hurts, surely. But I thought, I don't know.
That'd
So I
be
just
stupid.
pushed it back into the fucking... Yeah, it was stupid. It was one of those thoughts you had. What if I shoot myself in the head type of thoughts, will it hurt?
Yeah, intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre. So I pushed the thing back into where it should be and closed the fucking flappy skin over and put a plaster on it. Yeah, look. For the watchers. And there's my other one. You can see the bars, you see. So, it's, I guess it will heal quite well. Doesn't even hurt, but I was amazed it didn't hurt. Because, someone said to you, do you reckon if you had a bar through your nipple and you yanked it so hard it tore through the skin, would it hurt? You go, yes, it fucking would. It didn't. I hardly felt a thing. It's not even particularly sore.
It's because you're old. Your nerves are dying.
Well, the thing is, this nipple as well, because I've got that scar, the nerves are fucked, so normally that nipple's really fucking even more sensitive than usual. Well, actually having it pierced is agonising. But, yank your fucking bar through it, nothing. I reckon it's because I'm such a fucking hard bastard. Such a tough motherfucker.
Can you tell Holly to fuck off? All I can hear is slack going off.
Yeah, it's Holly, innit? I'll tell you what I'll do.
It's Holly.
What the fuck she wants.
That would be good.
Holly, what do you want?
Yeah.
Oh,
when you listen to this, Holly, for fuck's sake. And for the listeners, I'm very tired. So therefore I'm very grumpy. And I've been grumpy recently anyway, haven't I, John?
You have been grumpy. I think it's actually your period's due.
I'm agitated constantly at the moment.
What are you agitated for? What's the matter? Tell Uncle John. Is it your nipple?
I'll have to sit on your knee. To tell you. Talking of which, I'm coming to Cork soon, aren't I?
You are. This is very exciting, listeners.
Very exciting.
Coming to Cork. We got a day and a half together, 2 nights in the hotel, which sounds wrong, I know, but I need to email them this morning to sort the rooms out. But we are planning the next probably 6 to 12 months, probably 6 months into the new year, because we've got some exciting shit coming. Not least, we've got a consulting arm as well, because we know from our experience, when we actually sit down and work with clients one-on-one for a day or two, they do. I mean, if you've worked with us before and you've done epic shit because of what you've learned in a circle or elite or from our training programs, when you sit down with us and we actually sit down with a pen and paper and beat you to death with a stick for a day in a meeting room, it's beyond compare. It really is. So what we're doing is
I like to think of it.
The high flyers. Tell me what you like to think about, Connor.
Thank you. I like to think about your nipples. No, I just think that in a hot seat, we have 45 minutes to an hour with them. People can apply for longer if they need it within a league. And I like to think of them as a little grape. And it's our job to squeeze as much juice out of that grape as possible in the hot seat. And we get a lot of fucking juice from those grapes in those seeds. So in a day, fuck me. We fuck the shit out of the pulp after we've got all the juice out of it. There's nothing left. The day with us, we pummel them.
Yeah, I mean, from experience, it's a certain kind of person. I mean, the kind of person who does a day's consultant like that, or possibly 2, is someone who's already successful. Sometimes they're solopreneurs. Sometimes they have like a business with a team. Sometimes they have a slightly larger business. That's not really indicative. But what it is, they've got to a certain point, and that they've like almost hit a glass ceiling, meaning there's something stopping them from growing, but they don't know what it is. But they also know doing more of the same thing they're already doing will get them only incremental improvements. They want to move the needle to the other side of the scale, and they can't do that on their own. Because if they could do it, they'd be doing it. And they've read all the books, and many of the people, and I guess we're actually guilty of feeding into this unwittingly. Many of the people who go for this kind of thing, it's not that they're uninformed about marketing. On the contrary, sometimes they seem to be too informed, meaning they're like learner drivers. They know the highway code inside out. They know all the mechanics of driving a car, but the one thing they haven't done is driven a car very much. So they know all the shit, but they don't know what to do when. And I kind of smile in a very, probably quite patronising actually, but certainly in an avuncular way at newly minted marketing professionals or people who've just discovered marketing. They get really excited, and they see the possibilities, but what they don't see is the downside. A good example would be, I know someone now who's got a PT, he's got a clothing line, and she was getting very excited about helping him market that until I pointed out that retail is a bitch. And this guy wants to sell to students who've got no fucking money. I know we had a retail clothing guy in Foundations, and it was tough. And he was using Etsy and stuff, so it's gonna be even tougher doing it in person, kind of thing. So, this stuff is all very exciting, and the possibilities are endless. But the devil is always in the detail, and you can't get the same amount of detail sitting in a hot seat or in an inner circle or reading books you'll get from us sitting there. And we can shortcut so much time as well.
Mm-hmm.
You could spend 6 months chasing a fucking rabbit you ain't going to catch. Whereas in 5 minutes, I could say, or you could say, well, that ain't going to work, and here's why it won't work. Because we've seen it a million times before, and it hasn't worked.
Mm-hmm.
Not very exciting.
And often silly things like, well, no, just make these few very subtle tweaks and use this software instead of that, and talk to this person instead of that person. Little things like that save people tens of thousands of pounds and endless minutes.
Look at the power of triage.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the power of triage and how that has changed people with that one thing alone. In fact, even simpler than that, when I started working with a lady just over a year ago now, she's still with me. She signed up for 3 months, and here she is, just 13 months later, still there. Can't get rid of her. It's like fucking a dog humping your leg, Within 30 days, and she's the lady who told me, she's confided in me, she said, when she hit the send button on the payment for the invoice I sent her, and I allowed her to pay in 3 installments as well, which is very, I did that because she said something which told me, yeah, she's a goer. She will make a go of this. And what she said something, I can't remember what she said, but the gist of it was she clearly understood the difference between tactics and strategy. Now, I know people who've been in marketing for 20 or 30 years who don't know that. So she immediately qualified herself. So I let her pay in 3 installments, and she said, I think it was a redundancy money she'd basically committed to giving me. She said, when I sent that payment for that first installment, she said, I felt physically sick. I thought, what if this guy's shit? What if he just takes my money and runs like a lot of these coaches and mentors do? But within 30 days, I changed her life just by doing 3 really simple things that cost nothing. Didn't even require much work. One was she raised her prices. Well, that was as simple as saying, say different words when you ask for the money. That's all it was. She raised the prices by 20%. Second thing was no more working for free. Didn't even teach her triage yet. Just said, don't work for free. You're going to get paid for calls, and you don't go for meetings for free. And when you get inquiries and that comes up, I'll coach you through the replies. That's the second thing. The third thing was on all your retainer clients, you get paid up front. And any work you do, you get paid at least something up front. So all our retainers, new retainers, they pay up at the beginning of the month. And 30 days later, she said, this has just changed my life. And it's that simple. And none of that cost any money whatsoever, apart from the money you paid me.
Which ain't cheap.
No, not cheap. It's a lot cheaper than a day's consulting, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it is.
Well, again, it's you get. When I say you get what you pay for, this is unusual in our line of work. And this is Connor knows this obviously because we work together, we do this shit. But for the listeners and the watchers, most people in our line of work, they have this graduated scale of what they will share with you for money. So you get people's best stuff by paying them more. We don't do that. As far as I'm concerned, some of my best stuff is in that £5 book you'll read. Yeah, it's not in the same detail. It is. Triage is some of my best stuff. It really is. But the thing is, we can't teach that in the same detail in a £5 book or in a circle or in a 45-minute phone call that I can in a day in an office with you. So what you pay for with me and Connor is not so much the stuff we can share with you, because we don't have this notion of best stuff. Everyone gets everything. The constraint is how much time have we got to share it with you in detail, the nuances, and that's what you pay for. Yeah. And let's be very clear: the nuances make all the fucking difference. I mean, when my mentoring guys on the other side of the business, when they send me a thing, and I've had this inquiry, it's like a screenshot. I get a sixth sense of where it's going almost immediately. Well, you can't teach that. You only get that with experience. And the quickest way to get the experience is to have someone showing you how to do it, like I do. Classic examples: a few weeks ago, guy was one of my clients. He sells IT stuff. The guy wanted to buy some headsets. And all he sent this message to my client and said, I want to buy these headsets. I can get them for 135 and yours are 150. What can you do about the price? And I don't know what it was, but I just said, this is bullshit. If you could get them for 135 and that mattered to him, he'd be getting them. He wouldn't be coming back to you and asking you to drop your price. There's some reason he wants you and not them. So I said to him, he says, what do I reply? I said, what you say is, I can't do anything. I can't match that price, so you're better off buying from him. And that's what he said. Next thing, the guy just places the order anyway. He said, how did you know that was going to happen? I said, I didn't know. I was fairly sure, but I didn't know for sure. But I knew because it's just experience. There's a reason this guy was coming back to you asking for a lower price. If it was that important to him and it didn't matter who he bought him from, he'd just go there. There's loads of reasons he might not be able to buy him. Maybe the guy hasn't got any. Maybe he doesn't like him. Maybe the amount of work to set up a purchase order for this new supplier is so onerous. I ain't got fucking time to do that. Now, there's so many different reasons, but the fact is, I knew that he was coming back to you for the sake of 15 quid a headset. There's a reason for that, and he will pay it if you just say no, and that's what happened.
And that's what you pay for when you get a day. You get that personalised application of the strategies that are outlined all over the fucking place. And one of the reasons we don't do that whole tiered approach is because it's too much hard fucking work, isn't it, John?
Well, it is.
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, and keep it in the back of your mind. Well, what do I share and what don't I share? As far as I'm concerned, once you're paying me, that's it. The gloves are off. You get everything I can give you in the time we've got, in the detail I can give it to you in the time we've got. So if it's an hour's call, I can either go very deep.
For access with us.
Yeah, I can either go very deep on something or very wide on a lot of things. It's up to you. And sometimes they'll let me decide what to do because they've got a problem and how do I solve it in an hour. Sometimes I can't. I say, well, I can't solve this in an hour, but I can point you in the right way, right direction. But to solve it properly with my help, you're going to need to pay me more. And that's fair enough.
Yeah.
You are very subdued today, aren't you?
I think there's a little delay as well, so I'm very conscious over talking over you.
Oh, you don't want to do that. It could be as well.
So it's like when I stop talking, I hear there's like 2 seconds where you just sat there looking pretty.
Because, well, I'm also very conscious myself. I tend to talk over you, partly because of the latency in the network. When I listen back to the podcast, we're always talking over each other. So now I'm consciously slowing down my speech and also giving bigger gaps, which is an autistic person is really fucking hard because we don't take turns. We just go, bleh!
I know.
Real
that's why I learned to not shout back. I just sit there and. But we're going to record some podcasts live. Fucking finally, when we meet up. I hope anyway.
Naked in our hotel room.
It'd be criminal not to.
It would be. It would be. It'd be criminal to see you naked anyway, I think.
And, mate, I look fantastic naked at the moment.
Oh, fuck off, Connor. You look like a 12-year-old. Actually, yeah, pretty good.
I was going to say, what's wrong with the 12-year-old boy?
You know that the best thing about fucking a 13-year-old girl in the shower, don't you?
What?
It's when you slick a wet hair back and pretend she's a 10-year-old boy. My mate told me.
Oh, God.
I'm guessing we probably want to do it.
Yeah, we'll do some podcasts. Nah, why not? Maybe YouTube won't like it. I'd say, oh, yeah, all right, what do we do here? Nah, we leave it. Fuck them. No one subscribes to the YouTube channel anyway, so it's all for the membership site.
Anyway, look, if Ricky Gervais can tell pedo jokes, so can I.
Absolutely. You look alike.
I look nothing like fucking Ricky Gervais. Has he got a beard?
Yeah.
And he's fat.
He's also got a tubby little belly.
Also, hey, I've got a fucking 6-pack, mate. I've got a 6-pack and a torn nipple.
I've decided that being muscular under 5'6" doesn't count. You know, you've got tiny little muscles. It's easy to grow.
Tiny little muscles. Like a little dwarf.
Tiny little muscles. Yeah. There's no length. There's no length to the muscle, you know. It's just shrunk. So the effort needed is half.
To be fair, it does give us an advantage in some of the lifts. Mechanical advantage, like in a squat. Mm-hmm. We haven't got so far to go. We've got stumpy little legs, you know.
And the muscle will look bigger in general, but that's,
possibly. Not necessarily, no. It's all scaled up with tall people, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, the
No. 5 kilos of muscle, like adding 5 kilos of muscle on someone who's 6'5", you'd hardly fucking notice. Add it to someone who's 5 foot, they'll look fucking jacked.
I suppose so. You got a point there, I suppose. What
it's like scale, isn't it? When you take a dick pic, you take it with a fun-size Mars bar, not a regular size.
I never thought about that. I tell you, I don't think I've ever taken a dick pic in my life. Thinking about it.
Liar.
Did I send you a dick pic once? Probably.
You sent me a dick video, but you must have taken a picture of your dick.
Why would I take a picture of my dick? I don't get it. Why would I do that? Who am I going to send it to? I've never sent one to Sarah, for fuck's sake. I'm not send one to anyone else, am I? Except you.
Why would you send one to Sarah?
Well, just why would I? She's seen it many times. We're married.
All right.
No.
Yeah, but like when she's out shopping and like she gets a text and she'll be thinking, "Oh, John's asking for some fucking low-fat milk," but it's actually just your cock.
After 20 years of never having done that once in my life, if I sent her a dick pic when she was out shopping, she would freak. You wouldn't know what the fucking hell was going on. I'm going to do that. That's a laugh.
Do it. The only problem is she might think you was trying to send it to someone else.
Well, yeah, I suppose so, yeah. Well, then again, I can't control what she thinks, can I? I mean, I can influence it by sending her a dick pic, of course, but I can't control it.
Send her a dick pic next time she goes shopping.
No, because you know what happened, don't you? I will send it to the wrong person somehow. Probably send it to one of my fucking EBGX or something. That'll be fucking funny, won't it?
Oh god, it will go back to the hateful EBG Facebook groups.
Oh god, they were funny. They were, bless them. Oh, my Facebook.
They were some funny days. The days where
my Facebook account's been deleted finally. Yeah, it's gone. I feel nothing.
Congrats.
It's great.
Why would you feel anything?
I don't know. Some people
worry about what? FOMO? It's bollocks.
I agree, but some people have told me they get anxiety, withdrawal symptoms and anxiety when they've left social media because they, fear of missing out, wonder what people are saying, wonder what people might be saying about me specifically, about them, not me personally, but that's what individuals, one of the people talking about them. They feel disconnected from the world, and all these things which I'm actually listing down the left-hand side as positives. They're not negatives at all. I didn't even know Boris Johnson had fucking resigned until one of my clients told me a few days ago. Why would I care?
I operate my guiding question. Yeah, why would you care? He's a cunt anyway. My guiding principle in life is everyone's an idiot. So therefore, every decision I make is based on the assumption that everyone is an idiot. So therefore, why would I share a website with people who are idiots? Why would I care? If someone said to you, would you care about an idiot's opinion of you or on any subject matter ever? Everyone says no. Why would I care what an idiot thinks? It's like, well, then why are you on social media? Because everyone's a fucking idiot. Everyone. And until you prove me otherwise, I will think you're a fucking idiot.
You know what I find really bizarre? We have talked about this before.
Go on.
I remember seeing on Instagram, and it was so common, it was almost a cliche. Adverts for systems for getting floods of organic traffic being advertised with paid ads. And part of the USP of these things was you don't need to spend any money on advertising. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Is it just me? Or is this obviously fucking bogus? Because if it was that good,
bullshit justification.
Well, I can think of legitimate reasons, as in scale, for instance. We've reached a scale where we can't get that, but they should be very clear about that. Because we do have a presence on free social media. I mean, I hooked up my scheduling software to LinkedIn again yesterday, but I'm not on it. I'm not partaking on it. We don't promote free social media as anything special. Well, it's just there. Might as well, if it's free, might as well fucking use it. £15 a month for a schedule. They're using posts I've written months ago. Just recycle them over a 30-day period. It's cost me nothing, so I might as well. It'd be foolish not to. I only got to sell a couple of books, and it's costed in. Well, with our average sale, we sell two.
Two books over the course of a month.
We're in profit, so
why
would I care? But no, I've made some damn smart moves in my life. Buying a large bed was one of them. A big bed now, 6'6" wide.
Any bed's a large bed for you.
Yeah, but imagine this: there's me and Sarah, and Sarah's even shorter than I am. We've got two very small people in a very large bed. It's brilliant. Getting my eyes done.
Is she? Is Sarah smaller than you?
Yeah, she's about 5'3". Getting my eyes done, my lenses replaced surgically was another fucking. It was so good. I paid Sarah to have hers done as well. And leaving social, getting a Mac, that's another one. And leaving social media is right up there in the top 20% of smart things I've done.
And that's a clip. The only 3 smart things John has ever done. Getting a big bed, buying a MacBook, and leaving social media.
Yeah, getting a big bed was definitely... Well, getting my eyes done as well was pretty fucking cool.
4 things. It just doesn't paint you as a very smart man, does it? And you are a very smart man.
Well, even smart people do stupid things.
The smartest things John has ever done: buying the MacBook, big bed, eyes, Faithbook.
When you put it like that, yeah.
We've got to leave it there. Today's been a shambles.
I'm tired as well.
Yeah, I'm fucking knackered. I'm so tired. I eat fucking so much food, but I do so much exercise. It's too much. I'm breaking.
You're eating about 3 calories a day, don't you?
No, I'm eating 3,000 now.
How tall are you?
180 odd centimeters.
What's that in real money? It's about what? 5'10"?
Just 5'11".
5'11". Nearly 6 foot. Well,
it's like 5'10.9".
And you're trying to bulk, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'd say that 3,000 calories probably ain't enough, mate. But you haven't spoken to Phil, have you?
It feels like it isn't enough.
You haven't spoken to Phil, have you?
I spoke to him once when I was on 1,000 calories.
Yeah, and I bet he told you what a twat you were.
He said, well, it's not 1,000 calories, is it? Because if you're having a beer on Friday. I was like, well, you're not wrong, but that's extra math. 1,050 then, Phil. Like, let's not split hairs here. I
reckon at 5'11", with the amount of exercise you're doing and you're trying to bulk, I reckon you probably need to be on nearer 4,000 to 5,000. Because to maintain my weight,
probably not wrong.
To maintain my weight, I should be on about 2,500 calories. That's to maintain. I'm actually on about 1,700 to 1,800, so I'm stripping off the fat and it's coming off nicely.
What body fat you at now?
I don't know.
Do you reckon?
Probably about 10%. Perhaps nice.
You don't believe in the body fat thing. I looked into it after you told me it's bollocks, and I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. It does seem like bollocks.
Well, I mean, the most accurate way to do it is to boil your body down and separate it off and weigh it, but that's kind of fatal. The next best way is probably using calipers. I have actually got some calipers, and there's a various formula you can use. There's 3-point, 5-point, and 7-point as well, I think. But these scales and things, they're so inaccurate. I mean, they depend. They're affected by your hydration levels, how damp your feet are, how much hard skin you got on your feet, all kinds of stuff.
Mm. What about the hand ones where you got to hold it like this?
Oh, same thing applies. Hydration levels.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Probably a fairly accurate way to do it would be to have an MRI scan and then to volume, get the volume of body fat. But again, that's going to cost you thousands. A bit of overkill, isn't it? It's like an MRI scan to get a fucking. It would be a body. No, it wouldn't be an MRI. It'd be a CAT scan, wouldn't it? Point being,
yes.
Point being, it's probably best to use calipers or just estimate, or just don't give a fucking. So do I look okay? You know?
Yeah. How fucking veiny am I?
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, for instance, you tend to, not you, but one tends to carry more fat than you think on your back, which is hard to measure on your own for sure. A middle-aged man like myself, if he's not careful, will tend to carry it around his waist. I've been lucky with that. Phil suffers with that one more than anything, which is fucking hilarious. Love handles. My love handles come off quite quickly.
My PT suffers from the love handles.
Yeah, a lot of my fat is visceral, generally speaking. So when I start dieting, my weight comes off really quickly. My waist shrinks very quickly for the first few inches.
How many inches does your waist fluctuate between bulk and cut?
Well, at the height of a cut, so I know at my leanest, it's probably about 31 inches, 31 and a half inches. And I guess it can go up to anything to 36. So you're looking at what, 5 inches? Quite a lot.
So you have to wear fucking maternity trousers.
Well, I suppose I would do, but I tend to wear baggies anyway. I don't dress up, so.
That's true. Yeah. Elasticated waist for the UEG. Anyway, no one gives a fuck about this. We're sexy as fuck. They know that. We can make you a shit ton of money. They know that. If you're not talking to us, sort it out. You pleb. Yeah. Go buy the book. Join us in the inner circle. What's this month's training, John?
This month's training is website revolution. Because most websites...
And why should they join the inner circle?
What?
Why should they join the inner circle to come watch this training?
Because most people, their websites are shite. They're just catalogues or brochures, and they don't actually. I hate to use the word holistically, but it's appropriate here. Your website should actually fit the holistic part of your marketing. You know, it's not just about your website; it's about what goes on before your website and what comes after. Also, what goes on before what goes before. You know, your website is one part of the jigsaw puzzle. Whereas a website designer will kind of tell you it's the whole puzzle when it's not.
Yeah.
And like for us, our website is shockingly ugly because we don't need it for anything else. No one's coming to our website to look around to see what we can offer them. They're coming to us because they already know a certain amount about us. And that's what basically we're doing what Robert Collier first said. And that is we're joining the conversation people are already having in their heads. When they get to there'll be some who stumble across it, fine, but what happens to them, I don't care. But most people who come to our website, they're having a conversation in their head. We've sparked that conversation off with an ad or a video or a conversation in the bar or one of our books. They're already having that conversation. They come to our website and we continue it. Most people don't do that. They try and start it from fresh. Good example for you. I think I may have mentioned this last week, or maybe it was on one of my consulting calls. I wanted to buy patio furniture when I had this place built. And I Googled patio furniture. I was getting loads of AdWords results. And I clicked on them. I was going to going to garden centre home pages. It was so frustrating. I was thinking about fucking patio furniture. And the first time I landed on a page about patio furniture, I bought it. I don't care if it was I don't know or care if it was the cheapest. All I know is they were giving me what I was looking for. So I just bought about €500 for a fucking table and 2 chairs, aluminium, something like that. I don't know. But I just bought it because
standard.
That's what I was looking for. But it was land on a homepage for a garden centre. You got fucking lawnmowers, grass seeds, hand tools, clothing, pagodas. I don't fucking want that. I want fucking furniture. You cunts.
You don't even want it. Mrs. EBG wants it.
No, it's for me. It's my little patio.
Oh, baby's little patio.
Oh.
Anyway, that's why you should join us. Let's not start a whole nother conversation. Thank you for listening as always, guys. Go buy the books, then you can join our membership site.
Money.
We have finally brushed off a semblance of a content plan to give you guys in the membership site. And those words, content plan, they make me feel sick because usually we're going to do Instagram and the picture's going to be purple on Thursdays. It's going to be pink on Mondays. Bollocks. Now we've got fucking 2 blogs a day coming your way in the inner circle, in the membership site, and join us in the inner circle website. We've done. Bye-bye.
It's worth reading the blog because 2 posts a day. One of them's by me. That's worth reading. You're a cunt. Give us some money, guys. I've got fucking furniture to pay for.
Nah,
bye.
We didn't need that money. They can fuck themselves. Bye-bye.